This is so helpful. And then thank you to everybody here. Your feedback is so helpful. You know, if I do a little shout out at the bottom of the article when it gets published. Thank you, Tina. So thank you. We have important truths to be told. They should be heard by a larger audience, and they should help dictate what happens in the future, our future education system. It felt really important to me that our stories are heard beyond private conversations with each other. The stories that are being told are not from the teachers and the parents and the kids who are living the everyday classroom experience. And I think that's been hugely detrimental to our whole country.
Teachers are talking, but it may be to each other, and it may be behind closed doors, for lack of a better word. So if we're published and we have our voices out there, then there's more exposure to what we have to say. So other ears can hear who may not normally hear our perspective.
Our voice is the silent voice. You'll hear from policymakers or people in business. But you don't very much hear from the teacher's perspective. And I think we are the ones with the most power to change the situation, and at the same time the least powerful in some ways, other than the children perhaps, in making change happen.
This course is well organized and has structure. For example, the journaling we do as a warm-up, you know, the thought processes that go into the journaling can be used, you know, transferred into like the writing of your article. The exercises and the visitors, those who come in with expertise and share that with us, is very helpful. The peer response groups, where you hear from each other and give each other feedback. So every aspect of every meeting that we have is set up for our success in some way, yeah.
I teach ESOL students, English language learners, and I feel like that's a population that are discussed in education reform as the group that's not doing well. For me, it has given me an opportunity to reframe that, not think of them as the problem, but think of it as like, who are they? And so I think it's given me an opportunity to write about their stories so that their stories can be heard.
The kind of activity that Teaching for Change is doing by sponsoring a workshop like this is critically important. I feel like the culture as a whole that we need to start investing in teachers more.
Because I feel like we always should be growing and trying to do what we want our kids to do. We want them to keep growing, overcome fears, and make sure that we're empowering them. So we have to make sure that we also are continuing to push and empower ourselves. So it's probably like one of the greatest benefits for me out of this class.
We can share the stories of what we're writing about here, and that sometimes is difficult to find because everyone at the school level is so pressured to move on with the curriculum, to do this and that, and it's very difficult. But then to have it in a whole room, that's kind of nice. It's like that's the part that I've been missing for a while.
I think another thing that's just so exciting about this is all Washington D.C. teachers. You know, it's a local forum for us to come together and talk sort of about how things are going in our city, in our schools. You know, public, private, all charters, public charters, and so it's really been a community building thing too. I have a feeling that we'll be staying in touch. You know, that everybody will be forever connected.
There's a wide variety of articles that the teachers, that my colleagues here are writing about. I would love to see every single one of them published, and the voices of our students get heard that way. The voices of the parents of our students can also be heard that way. So I hope everybody's piece gets published.